Hello YouTube, welcome back to another game of Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. This is going to be another game which is going to be part of this best of 5 series between PtitDrogo and Basior. Now just a quick reminder, a quick question of the series is, do you play any other Blizzard games? Leave your comments in the comment section below, of course. If you're on Twitch, you're welcome to leave it in the Twitch chat. So that's pretty much it. Let's introduce our players. On the bottom left hand side here, we have the blue Protoss, PtitDrogo. And he is on the bottom right hand side of Ruins of Seras. Now his opponent is going to be Basior, who is spawning as the pink Terran on the top right hand side. Now let's see what's going to be going on with these players. Now just a quick note, Basior, he is from Nuit Blanche and he is hailing from Poland. Now his opponent, PtitDrogo, is from France and he is representing Team mYinsanity. This is the round of 32 from our Dreamhack Leipzig 2016, which was held just a few days ago, which is all fine and perfect. And let's see how our builds vary now. Looks like Basior actually went for an expansion before the barracks, which is a little bit peculiar, not even putting down a barracks at all. And his opponent PtitDrogo going for the gateway inside his base before the Nexus. So not going to be a huge amount of difference, unless of course we have a huge amount of harassment. But since there is of course an actual command center gone down first, I wouldn't expect anything to be coming from PtitDrogo in the next, or from Basior, for probably a few minutes at least. So it looks like he's very fond of his three barracks beginnings, which is exactly what he's doing, as you can see here as well. 3 barracks is what he's throwing down. And I've seen this, I think the previous games have been the same. Now just a quick reminder, if you haven't seen the previous games, they are in the description, because I am about to put the scores up right now. So this is game number 4. Don't forget to watch the other games if you haven't seen them, because the scores are coming in just a few moments. So in the previous games we have seen these also, so 3 barracks, which he seems to be very, very fond of. Now the funny thing is, he doesn't tend to build Reapers out of them, he just builds Marines, which is, it's kind of a strange thing. It seems to be more of a late to mid game kind of thing, where the Terran actually builds Marines, whereas he seems to do that from the very, very beginning. Now this probe going to get warded off here, not going to be able to get inside the main base to see what's going on at all. But of course the fact that there's a Marine already sitting there and waiting and defending probably means to him that there's not going to be any sort of Reaper harassment at the very, very beginning. Robotics facility is already being produced, so very, very early robo here. He did put down 2 gases very early. And seeing a robo this early in the game kind of suggests that he's going to go teching very, very early. Now, he's probably going to bring out an observer first, and then I'm really wondering whether he's going to continue on with the previous types of builds that he's had, which was of course Colossi and, well, I suppose Void Rays don't actually come out of there. So scores are now going to come up. If at this point you've missed your chance to watch the previous games, 2-1 in favor of PtitDrogo. And let's see how this one plays out. So just to note, there is a warp prism on the way, so going to potentially see some drops here going down. And let's see, yeah, robotics support bay is coming down, so that's definitely interesting to note. This means that he is going to indeed either be getting disruptors or Colossus. Now, typically I would say, okay, it's going to be disruptors because Colossus are not viable, but he's definitely been making some good use of that, so wouldn't be surprised to see the Colossus coming out again for PtitDrogo. So let's see if that's going to be what he's getting. A depth's being thrown down as well. What is going down over here? It looks like we have finally got the factory down for Basior, so he seems to be very, very slow with getting his tech down. Honestly, I don't know why he does this. Maybe that's just his preferred playstyle. But looking at this, the positioning of that factory is very, very peculiar. Not only because it's very far in the back and very well hidden, but also with the fact that he's building a tech lab onto it, and the the starport right next to it, which honestly I am thinking that this is going to be a Banshee harassment, and it could very, very well be the case. And there we go, basically just telling him to shut the hell up, because getting distracted during a tournament is not the funnest thing to do. Of course, your opponent might be able to trying to psych you out, but you know, the one thing that he doesn't want to do right now is, for PtitDrogo I mean, is get distracted. So here we go, we have Colossus on the way yet again. This is amazing. Honestly, PtitDrogo, thank you so much for providing such amazing games with both Colossus and, you know, Void Ray plays so far. Has been paying off, of course, since he did win a few games already. Looks like extended thermal lances are on the way for Colossus as well, so definitely investing a bit of resources into that. And that is of course good to see. Warp Prism is here. It is going to be warded off quite easily here. And this Marine is about to get toasted. Commands are coming down for Basior as well, so going to be expanding very, very shortly. And funny enough, he's moved his Stargate away from here. And it wasn't actually spotted, so it's not that he moved it after the Stargate was spotted. He just decided to move it away from here altogether. Which is very strange, because now he's got this tech lab here, just sitting by itself, not really doing anything. I really, really thought this was going to be Banshee harassment. Unfortunately not. To be honest, he would have been in a very good position with Banshee harassment. I mean, PtitDrogo has sacrificed so many minerals to actually get himself upgraded Colossus as well. So he would have definitely been able to do a bit of damage with that before it gets warded off. There we go, the drop here getting warded off quite quickly. Let's see what he's actually destroyed. 8 SCVs in total have been destroyed, and oh my god, at the same time, missing this, there is a drop going down here as well. Did clean up a few of these Marines, but they're now running straight into the mineral line here. Oh, and are they going to do any sort of damage here? One stalker has been sniped off. Is he going to snipe off a few workers as well? I do indeed think so. And looks like it's going to be warded off here. One medevac also getting destroyed, and this is actually quite a nice placement for the adept here, just basically scouting out anything that's coming in his direction. Let's see, 8 workers lost for each side, so that's actually quite good. Not too bad, managing to come back with that drop here. More Colossus being on the way, so he has 2 already in position, and he's getting a 3rd as well. And I think he's probably doing this because he's well aware at this point that Basior is very, very fond of his Marine play. He doesn't seem to be too interested in siege tank play, which seems to be the current meta. I don't really know if it's the most powerful. That is yet to be seen. It's still early in the meta. I mean, we might see a shift from the siege tanks, but that seems to be what all Terran pro players are building right now. Just a bunch of siege tanks and Marines. And let's see, the army is approaching. There's 3 Colossus, and a few other units behind it as well. And this is going to be a very, very tense moment here. What are they going to do? Oh, these 3 SCVs are absolutely toast anyways. And 300 minerals wasted on those supply depots as well. It's a bit unfortunate. There is Ghost going down as well. As you can see, there was a Ghost Academy on the way. I think that the army here for PtitDrogo is so much more powerful right now. Liberator also going to get absolutely decimated. And that is pretty much that. Ghost Academy is getting spotted pretty much straight away, so not really going to be able to do a whole lot with that once it gets destroyed. And as you can see, all of these workers also getting absolutely massacred here. And funny enough, he's recalling... Oh, actually, I see that's why. He's actually got a drop in his own base here. And it looks like there was a counterattack. Now, he didn't actually destroy many workers here. Let's have a quick look. 26 SCVs to 12 probes. This means he's only destroyed about 4 probes in total. And then, at that point, PtitDrogo pulled back and managed to hold on there. So 4 Colossus on the field, 5 Colossus on the field. Colossi. And we have a 4th base coming down for PtitDrogo as well. And level 1 weapons is about to complete for the Protoss as well. Now the beauty of Protoss units is that, oh my god, he's actually sacrificing so many of his stalkers there, but he is going to snipe off one of those. Oh, and he snipes off both of them. Beautiful play here for PtitDrogo. 2 medevacs full of marines just sniped off very, very nicely and very well played here. Now worker supply is slightly favouring PtitDrogo. He also has a fort base about to complete, so his economy is going to start getting ahead there, unless of course a bunch of mules get thrown down, which is pretty typical. Now there was a scan somewhere there which I didn't actually see, which is really strange. It should be showing it on the map, and there it is. That was probably just to pick off an observer. And it looks like we have a sensor tower coming down. That's probably just to prevent any sort of drops going down without getting spotted. Or at least seeing when his enemy is approaching. And there we go. Oh my god, this one Colossus getting absolutely out of position. Easily gets just massacred by that Terran army. And army supply is still favouring PtitDrogo. Just about 10, but the Liberator army is going to very quickly thin that out. And oh my god, look at this. Look at this. Is that stalker in range? Yes, it is indeed. Doesn't quite manage to finish it off. Oh my god, the Mothership Core! Mothership Core! Oh no, PtitDrogo managing to lose his Mothership Core and the Colossus by accident. Just a bit of miss micro. And I wonder, is this nerves? I mean, this is his final game. If he manages to win this one, he wins it. If he doesn't, then it moves on to game number 5. And at that point, of course, there is going to be another chance for Basior to come back into the game. There we go, moving in from the back here. And is he going to get spotted? So many Liberators in the air. Look at that. There's a total of 7 of them. Actually, one of them gets sniped off very, very quickly there. And a lot of damage. He's actually using the Liberators to snipe out the Colossus. But because, of course, Liberators are not so great against air units, did have to turn them into defender circles. And at that point, PtitDrogo is not confident for continuing on with that. Now, this medevac is just so troublesome right now. It's been... Actually, I don't know if has been spotted. I mean, it would have probably not been... Maybe that would have spotted it. I mean, who knows? But we're going to see, of course, if that gets seen. If he prepares for it, then I wouldn't be surprised. He is putting down 2 photon cannons over here, so could very well have been spotted by that warp prism over there. What is that over here? A stalker. So this is essentially here just a spot. And as you can see now, I'm going to pretty much see instantly when this expansion is coming down. So this is a nice bit of information for PtitDrogo. Oh, a drop going down here as well. These Marines getting very, very quickly cleaned up though. The question is going to be, is PtitDrogo going to fight under the Liberators, or if he's going to try to go around them first? Looks like a ghost comes out. He's obviously trying to snipe out all of the shields from these units. The more he gets, the more of an advantage he can get out of it. Ooh, that could have resulted badly. EMP is in position. These units just deciding to go all the way around. There we go, this base getting engaged. Honestly, I think that he might be able to snipe this off, but at the same time, he will very likely lose his own base over here. Already is moving away his workers, as you can see, in anticipation of this happening. Now, this got probably spotted by this watchtower over here, and there we go. Circle's being put down as well. Oh, look at that, a Dark Templar in the fray as well. I wonder, oh, he does see it straight away, so that's good, well spotted here. And his own base getting denied over here as well. So this is the second expansion that PtitDrogo is denying. A base raise going down, it seems. The only advantage I would say is that if PtitDrogo has a Mothership Core, which he doesn't, unfortunately. So this is definitely going to be a full-on base trade situation here. And let's see what goes on. So much damage going down onto these pylons. Gonna potentially... He is indeed actually supply blocking him as well. So he's not going to be able to make any more reinforcements out of this. Another Nexus getting taken down. That's 2 Nexuses in total. And the third Command Center coming down here. PtitDrogo is winning the base race just a little bit. I think that what he's going to need to do is bring away one of his SCVs, or not SCVs, one of his probes, and as quickly as possible build up a command center somewhere else just so he doesn't get knocked out. I mean, his army supply is bigger, he's doing more damage, and this is going to be one of the biggest, most important factors here, is the fact that this command center is going to be sitting up there in the air, not possible to actually take it out because he does not have any air units. So right now he needs to sneak out some probes. He needs to, really badly. And the funny thing is, there's not that much left here for Basior. So all he has to do, really... Oh, okay, here we go, look at this. So this command center landing here, I wonder, is he going to make some workers out of it? He doesn't actually have minerals for workers. So this is pretty much it. If this command center gets destroyed, then that is pretty much it for him. In fact, that is probably it already. He's only got 2 workers remaining. Let's have a quick look at units lost. 78 to 84 workers for each of our players, and there we go. Terran army has now been cleaned up. There's only a few liberators in the air. Now liberators are very, very annoying to have to deal with. And honestly, I don't know why Basior is still in this. I think he's already lost this quite a long time ago. Oh, these stalkers are in such a bad place right now. Oh, blinking away just in time. And this one ghost just surviving just barely, and honestly I think that PtitDrogo has already won this game, but of course it's all really about whether, you know, Basior manages to do something with these liberators. Honestly, I don't think so. He would be able to pretty much trade all of his stalkers and still come out on top, just simply because he does have 1 nexus and he can do a bit of long distance mining. So now he's going to do a bit of long distance mining, just a little bit, and then at that point he'll be able to build up another nexus, and with that there's essentially no coming back. But on the other hand, Basior doing something very, very bad here. I mean, you generally don't really play like this because it's bad sportsmanship. I mean, you fly off your units and you hope that your opponent's going to GG out, but in reality your opponent is winning by quite a lot. So that's pretty much it for this game. PtitDrogo taking on game number 3 of 5, which means he wins the series. And that is pretty much that. Hope you've enjoyed that. I'll see you guys next time. And that is pretty much it for this series. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, leave it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Or the last time I'm going to mention this, what is the question of the day? It is, do you play any other Blizzard games other than Starcraft 2? Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I will of course respond to most of them, as you know I usually do. Hope you've enjoyed this. Good luck, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next best of 5.